All right, let's get ready for a deep dive into this week's matchup.
Yeah.
Lions versus Texans.
Ooh. This is going to be good.
We've got some serious analysis here.
Lay it on me.
So it'll be really interesting to see how these two teams, their journeys, how they're performing this season.
Yeah.
And all those crucial matchups.
Yeah.
How that actually plays out when they hit the field.
You know, it's always fascinating.
Yeah.
When you see two teams at such different stages clash like this.
Okay.
The Lions, they're pushing ahead with their rebuild.
Yeah.
While the Texans, well, they're still trying to find their identity.
It's true.
You know, a consistent identity.
Totally. And our analysis really points to those different journeys, different paths. I'm curious, when you look at each team's history, what really jumps out at you?
Well, with the Lions,
yeah,
you can't talk about them without mentioning those legendary players.
Oh, absolutely.
Barry Sanders, Calvin Johnson. It's like it's in their fans' DNA, you know?
I know what you mean.
But beyond the star power, there's this gritty resilience in their history, passionate fan base that never gives up on them.
For sure. And the Texans.
Yeah.
Well, they're practically brand new to the NFL, right?
Yeah, they are. They came into the league in 2002, so their history is still being written.
That's right.
They've had some playoff runs. Yeah. Some iconic players, too.
For sure.
J.J. Watt, DeAndre Hopkins.
Of course.
But, you know, they're still navigating all these coaching changes.
Right.
Roster adjustments.
Yeah, lots of changes.
Just like they're putting together this puzzle, trying to find that winning formula.
It's a process.
Is.
So we've got two teams, two very different paths, but the real question is, how are they performing this season? You know?
That's what matters on game day. And the contrast is pretty striking.
I agree.
You know, the Lions have been turning heads. They are pulling off these close wins, showing real grit. And it seems like both their offense and defense have found a rhythm.
Yeah, it's interesting.
Remember that game against the Packers?
Oh, yeah, that was a nail biter.
The Lions' defense? Yeah. They were a wall in that fourth quarter.
It was impressive.
That's that resilience we're talking about.
That's what everyone's been saying.
Right.
It's their balanced attack.
Exactly.
That's the key.
Solid running game. But what's really dangerous is how they're developing that passing game.
I see. So defenses can't just focus on the run anymore.
They can't stack the box.
Right.
Gotta respect the pass.
It's going unpredictable.
It keeps them guessing.
So that's been a big factor in their success this season.
It has. And their defense, well, it's not perfect.
Right.
But they are showing serious improvement.
Yeah, especially against the run.
Yeah, especially against the run.
Interesting.
It is.
So the Lions seem to be on the upswing.
They do.
But our analysis says that the Texans season has been a bit of a roller coaster.
Yeah.
What's going on over there?
Well, it's a young team.
Okay.
New coaching staff.
Right.
So there are bound to be some growing pains.
Exactly.
They've had some trouble with offensive consistency, especially with a new quarterback at the helm.
Yeah. New quarterback, new system.
Takes time.
It does. But how about their defense?
Back.
I mean, they've had some big names on that side of the ball in the past.
They have. Their defense has shown flashes of brilliance, especially their pass rush.
Yeah.
But they've been hit hard by injuries.
Oh, yeah.
It's hard to find that rhythm when you're constantly switching players in and out.
Totally makes sense.
It does.
Okay, so we've got these two teams.
Yeah.
Different pasts. Different paths this season. But what about when they face off?
Okay.
Head to head.
Yeah.
What are the key matchups to watch for?
Oh, this is where it gets really exciting.
I'm ready.
We've got young quarterbacks leading both teams, both eager to prove themselves. Just imagine being a rookie quarterback staring down that aggressive Texans defense.
Oh, that's got to be intimidating.
The pressure is immense.
It is, especially when you think about the Lions quarterback, known for making lightning-fast decisions under pressure.
Well, the Texans, they're all about forcing those turnovers.
Right.
It's going to be like a chess match.
Fascinating.
It is.
And on the other side, you've got the Texans quarterback facing a Lions defense that's been improving, but still has some vulnerabilities, particularly against those deep bombs.
Oh, for sure.
If the Texans can connect on a few of those, could be a real game changer.
Absolutely.
Okay, so we've got a quarterback duel brewing.
Yeah.
But you know what always gets me pumped up?
What's that?
The battle in the trenches, the running game.
Oh, yeah.
That feels like the heart and soul of a good offense.
Absolutely, and this is where the Lions might have an edge.
I see.
Powerful running game, multifaceted backfield that can really wear down a defense.
Oh, yeah.
The Texans' run defense, they're going to have their hands full.
It's going to be a real challenge for them.
Think of it like a heavyweight boxing match.
Okay.
Two forces just colliding, each trying to wear the other down.
I like that analogy.
Is it a good one?
So if the Lions can control the clock, keep their offense rolling, that could really tilt the scales in their favor, right?
It could, but the Texans' running backs, they're not slouches either.
Right.
They have the potential to break those big plays.
Okay.
They're going to need to find those gaps in the Lions' defense.
And build some momentum of their own. We've got the quarterback showdown, the clash of the running games.
Yeah.
But what about the wide receivers versus the defensive backs?
Okay.
Any standout matchups in that area?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay, tell me more.
The Lions receivers, they're a real threat.
In what way?
They can stretch the field, make these incredible catches, even when they're blanketed by defenders.
That's impressive.
It's going to be a huge test for the Texans' secondary.
I bet.
Think about those highlight reel catches.
I love those.
One-handed grabs.
Yeah.
Toe tapping in the end zone.
Those are the best.
That's what we're talking about here.
That's what makes the game exciting.
It does.
Definitely sounds like a recipe for some highlight reel moments.
It does, but there's a twist.
Oh, what's that?
The Texans' receivers might actually have a speed advantage.
Okay.
Over the Lions' secondary.
Interesting. So that could create some problems for the Lions?
It could make for some fireworks.
Yeah.
If their quarterback can connect on those long passes.
That's going to be interesting to watch.
I will.
So much potential for big plays on both sides. But I'm curious about the bigger picture here.
Sure.
How do you see these teams approaching this matchup strategically?
Well, the Lions seem poised to play a game of control.
Okay.
Establish the run. Dominate the clock.
Right.
And then open up those passing opportunities with play action.
So it's about playing to their strengths.
Exactly.
Keeping the opponent off balance.
That's the idea.
Now the Texans, what about them?
The Texans, they'll likely be looking to exploit mismatches.
I see.
Particularly in the Lions' secondary.
Okay.
Think quick passes.
Right.
Getting the ball out quickly before the pass rush can get there.
So they need to protect their quarterback.
They do.
And what about their running game?
Their running game could be crucial.
In what way?
In setting up play action.
Okay.
Keeping the Lions' defense honest.
Right. So they can't just focus on the pass.
Exactly.
It sounds like we've got two very different styles of play.
We do.
Heading for a collision course.
Yeah.
This is shaping up to be a really exciting game.
It is.
But beyond the X's and O's, what's at stake for these two teams? You know, what does a win or a loss really mean?
Okay.
In the grand scheme of things.
For the Lions, a win would be huge. It would really boost their rebuild.
Right.
Validate all the work they've been doing.
Okay.
Show that those young players are stepping up.
Yeah.
That the coaching staff is on the right track.
That's important.
It is. Winning builds confidence.
Absolutely.
And that's vital for a team that's trying to turn things around.
Totally agree. And for the Texans,
yeah,
what does a win mean for them at this point in their journey?
A win for the Texans would be a statement.
Okay.
A sign that they're moving in the right direction.
Right.
They have talent.
They do.
But they need to find that winning formula.
Yeah. And a win against a team like the Lions.
Yeah.
A team that's on the rise.
It could be the spark they need.
I see. It's about proving they can compete.
Yeah.
That they're not just rebuilding.
Right.
But ready to contend.
Exactly.
So this matchup is about more than just a W or an L in the standings.
It is.
It's about each team making a statement.
That's right.
Sending a message to the rest of the league about who they are and what they're capable of.
It is.
So we've got two teams.
Yeah.
Different histories. Contrasting playing style.
Right.
And a lot on the line.
A lot.
It's all coming together for what looks like a compelling matchup.
It truly is.
But what really intrigues me is this quarterback battle.
Yeah.
Both of these young QBs have the potential to be stars.
They do.
But this game could be a defining moment for one of them.
Absolutely.
It's that classic question, isn't it?
It is.
Which one will rise to the occasion and make a statement?
That's the question on everyone's mind.
It is.
It is, yeah. Which quarterback will seize the moment?
You know, you mentioned earlier that these two teams are at very different points in their evolution.
It's true.
What does that mean for how they might approach this game?
Well, the Lions, they're in the midst of this rebuild.
Right.
But it feels like they're starting to see the light at the end of the tunnel.
Oh, yeah.
Their draft picks are starting to pan out.
They are.
Young core is developing. And the coaching staff seems to have a clear vision.
That's important.
They're building something special in Detroit.
I can see that.
And this game, another opportunity to test their progress.
So for the Lions, this game is about continuing to build on their momentum.
Right.
Showing the league that they're a team on the rise.
Exactly. A win against the Texans would be huge. It would validate all their efforts, solidify their identity as a team that can compete week in and week out.
Consistently. Yeah. And what about the Texans?
Okay.
Where do they fit into this whole evolution thing?
Right. Well,
they seem to be in a different phase.
The Texans are still trying to find their footing after a period of significant change.
Lots of change.
New coaching staff, roster overhaul, and the pressure of establishing an identity.
It's tough.
In a tough division.
It is.
They've shown flashes of potential, but they haven't quite put it all together yet.
It takes time.
It does.
So for the Texans, this game is about more than just competing.
More than that.
It's about proving they can hang with a team like the Lions.
Right, a team that's on the upswing.
Exactly.
It's about showing they're capable of more than they've shown so far this season.
So a win against the Lions would be a massive confidence boost.
It would.
For this young Texans team.
It would validate their rebuilding process and signal to the league that they're not to be underestimated.
This matchup, it's about more than just the W or the L in the standings.
It's bigger than that.
It's about each team making a statement.
Absolutely.
Sending a message.
To the rest of the league.
About who they are.
About who they are.
And what they're capable of.
Yeah, what they're made of.
Exactly.
This game is a snapshot.
Oh, okay.
You know, a moment in time that could potentially shift the trajectory for both of these franchises.
I like that.
It's those moments that make the NFL so compelling.
I agree.
You can feel it.
Right.
The weight of expectation.
The pressure.
The hunger for victory.
Definitely.
The sheer determination of these players as they clash.
It is. It's fascinating to see how these two teams with such contrasting histories, styles, aspirations will collide.
On game day.
It's true. Adds another layer to this matchup.
And we haven't even touched on the tactical chess match.
Right.
That will unfold.
Between the coaching staffs. Both teams have shown adaptability this season. But who will outmaneuver the other?
That's the question.
Who will have the better game plan?
Right. These are the questions that keep us on the edge of our seats.
Exactly.
They do.
And as we dig deeper into the X's and O's, there's one matchup in particular that I'm really curious to see.
I'm listening.
The battle between the Lions' offensive line and the Texans' defensive front.
The battle in the trenches.
Always a pivotal matchup.
It is, especially in this game.
What makes it so crucial in this game?
Well, the Lions, they pride themselves on their run game. And their offensive line has been key to their success.
I see.
But the Texans have a formidable defensive front. Led by their young, disruptive defensive end.
He's a game changer.
He is, with his speed and power off the edge.
He's been a one-man wrecking crew this season.
He has.
Sacking quarterbacks. Blowing up running plays. Forcing fumbles.
He's a problem.
The Lions' offensive line will have their work cut out for them.
They will.
Trying to contain him.
It's going to be a challenge.
If he can get into the backfield, disrupt the Lions' rhythm, it could swing the game in the Texans' favor.
It could. It's a classic matchup.
Strength versus strength.
Strength versus strength.
The Lions' offensive line, known for their size and power.
Well, the Texans' defensive front relies on speed and agility to create havoc.
So it's going to be interesting to see which unit dictates the terms of engagement.
Exactly. Which unit imposes their will.
It's these individual battles within the larger game that really capture the essence of football.
It's true.
And speaking of individual battles, we've got a potential showdown in the secondary that I can't wait to see.
Tell me about it.
The Lions' star wide receiver against the Texans' shutdown cornerback.
Now that's a matchup.
That could have some serious implications.
It could.
For both teams.
For sure.
The Lions' wide receiver.
Yeah.
A true game breaker.
He is.
Speed, size, incredible hands.
Right.
Ability to make those highlight reel catches.
The kind that leave you speechless.
I love those.
But the Texans' cornerback. Yeah. One of the best in the league.
That's right.
He has the speed to keep up with anyone, the physicality to jam receivers at the line, and the instincts to anticipate routes and break up passes.
Like a masterclass. In technique and athleticism.
Right.
When those two go head to head.
Every snap.
Yeah.
A battle of wits and wills.
Absolutely. And you know the Lions, they're going to try to get their star receiver the ball.
Oh, for sure.
Early and often.
They'll need to be creative, though.
Oh.
The Texans' cornerback is likely to shadow him.
All over the field?
All over the field.
Trying to take him out of the game?
Yeah, the Lions' offensive coordinator will have to come up with some innovative play designs to get their star receiver open.
Put some double moves.
Yeah.
Rubber outs.
Right.
Anything to create.
A little separation.
Yeah, against that tight coverage.
Exactly, and don't forget about the coaching matchup.
Oh, of course.
The Lions head coach, known for his offensive ingenuity, his ability to exploit defensive weaknesses.
Mine those holes.
But the Texans head coach, a defensive mastermind constantly scheming to confuse quarterbacks, create turnovers.
It's like a game of chess.
It is. Each coach trying to anticipate the other's moves, counter their strategies, and ultimately outsmart their opponent.
It's a mental game as much as a physical one.
Absolutely. And in this game, the coaching chess match could be just as important
as any individual player matchup.
That's true.
The decisions made on the sideline, the adjustments
throughout the game
could very well determine the outcome.
They could.
It's the strategic nuances, the interplay between individual talent and collective game planning
that make the NFL so captivating.
I agree.
It's a game of inches, split-second decisions, and every play has the potential to change the course of the game.
And that's what makes this deep dive so fascinating.
It is.
We're not just looking at the surface level.
No, we're going deeper.
We're peering beneath the surface. Exploring the tactical intricacies.
The historical context.
The psychological factors.
Yeah, all the things that influence the game.
And hopefully we're giving our listener a deeper understanding of the game.
A richer appreciation.
Yeah, for the complexities and the drama.
Hold on every snap.
It's about going beyond the scores.
Yes.
And the highlights.
Beyond the surface.
And really delving into the heart of the matchup.
Absolutely. And as we continue this deep dive, let's shift our focus to a key area that could very well decide the outcome of this game.
We'll be back after a quick break.
Hey there. Welcome to Good Advice Giver. First, we want to start by saying a massive thank you for tuning in today. Whether you're a long-time listener or you're joining us for the first time, we're truly grateful to have you here. We know you've got a lot of options when it comes to podcasts, so the fact that you're spending your time with us means the world. So thank you.
That's right. We're excited to have you with us because here on Good Advice Giver, we cover just about everything. Whether you're interested in sports, relationships, sex, money, finances, business, digital marketing, music, education, movies, comedy, or something else entirely, we've got it all. No topic is off limits here, and we dive deep into real, meaningful conversations that matter.
We've also got a mix of male and female hosts, so you're always getting a well-rounded perspective on every topic we cover, from business strategies to personal development, from car shopping to digital products like affiliate marketing. We bring a little bit of everything to the table. Our goal is to offer advice, insights, and some laughs along the way to make sure you feel welcome and engaged, no matter what brought you here.
And it doesn't stop there. We're not just about giving great advice. We're about action. On this podcast, we even sell products and services we believe in, from affiliate marketing opportunities to cars and more. So whether you're looking to boost your business or find practical ways to improve your everyday life, you're in the right place.
As always, we want you to stay connected with us. Be sure to download this episode so you can listen anytime, anywhere, whether you're commuting, working out, or just relaxing. And while you're at it, follow us on social media. We're on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, you name it. That's the best way to stay in the loop for upcoming episodes, behind-the-scenes content, and even giveaways.
And don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. We're posting extra content there, including video podcasts and deep dive discussions you won't want to miss. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and let us know what topics you want to hear more about.
Lastly, check out the link below in the description for exclusive offers, resources, and more ways to connect with us. We're here for you, and we can't wait to bring you more valuable content. Thanks again for tuning in to Good Advice Giver. Let's get started.
Alrighty.
Special teams.
Oh, special teams.
Often overlooked.
Yeah, it's true.
But they can be a game changer.
It's funny you mention special teams because casual fans, they often overlook this aspect.
They do.
Of the game.
Right.
But coaches, they always emphasize its importance.
Always.
Hidden yardage.
Right.
Momentum swings.
It all adds up.
It does.
It's the hidden battle within the game.
I like that.
And it can be just as crucial as any offensive or defensive series.
So in this matchup,
the
special teams battle
could be particularly intriguing.
What are some of the key factors
that
we should be paying attention to?
First and foremost, the kicking game.
Right.
Both teams have reliable kickers.
Yeah.
But who will handle the pressure better?
That's a good question.
In a close game.
Yeah, that's when it really matters.
A missed field goal or an extra point could be the difference.
Between winning and losing.
Exactly. Then you've got the punters.
Okay, punters are important.
They are. Field position is crucial. And a well-placed punt can pin the opponent deep.
In their own territory.
Exactly. Putting their offense at a disadvantage.
It's amazing how a good punter can just flip the field. And change the momentum.
Of the game.
Absolutely.
Suddenly, the opposing offense is backed up against their own end zone.
The pressure is on.
The crowd is roaring. And the pressure mounts.
It's a subtle but powerful weapon.
It is.
And then there's the return game.
Oh, yeah.
Both teams have dynamic returners.
They do.
Who can break a big play at any moment.
A long punt return.
Right.
Or kickoff return.
Can shift the momentum in an instant.
It can.
Give their team a scoring opportunity.
Absolutely. It's those electrifying moments.
I love them.
Those game-breaking returns.
They get the crowd on their feet.
They do.
Inject a jolt of excitement.
Into the stadium.
And let's not forget about the coverage units.
Right. Those unsung heroes.
They are sprinting downfield.
To make those tackles.
Yeah.
Prevent those big returns.
So important.
Special teams.
Yeah.
It's a team effort.
It is.
And the coverage units.
Just as important.
As the returners and the kickers.
A missed tackle.
Right.
Or a blown assignment.
Can lead to a big return.
It can. So discipline and execution
are paramount. They are.
It's fascinating.
It is.
How every aspect of the game, even those that don't always get the spotlight,
right, those hidden elements,
can play a crucial role.
They can.
In determining the final outcome.
Every detail matters.
You know, as we delve deeper into this matchup, I'm realizing this game is going to be won or lost in the margins.
It's true. It's those small details.
Yeah.
Those hidden battles.
That will ultimately
tip the scales.
I agree.
It's the attention to detail. The execution of fundamentals. The ability to make
those critical plays.
Those critical plays.
And key moments.
That will separate.
From the vanquished.
And that's what makes this matchup so compelling.
It is.
It's a clash of styles.
A test of wills. That could very well come down to the wire.
It could. It's those games.
Yeah.
The ones that go down to the final seconds.
That create the most lasting memories.
Right.
And leave us buzzing.
Long after the final whistle.
Absolutely. And as we head into the final part
of our deep dive,
let's shift our focus to the intangible aspects of this matchup.
The mental game.
The psychological factors.
Yeah, the momentum swings.
The coaching adjustments that can influence the flow of the game.
All those things that you can't really measure.
I love that you brought that up.
Yeah.
The mental game.
It's so important.
So often.
Yeah.
It's the team that can stay composed.
Right.
Under pressure, weather the storms, and maintain their focus.
That comes out on top.
It's about mental toughness.
It is resilience.
And the ability to adapt.
Right.
To the ebb and flow of the game.
The game is constantly changing.
It is.
And in this matchup, both teams will face moments of adversity.
It's inevitable.
It is.
How they respond to those challenges.
Right.
How they maintain their composure when the pressure mounts.
That'll
be a key factor in determining the outcome.
Absolutely. And let's not forget about the home field advantage.
Oh, yeah, the crowd.
The Lions, they'll have their passionate fans.
Roaring behind them. Trying to create a hostile environment.
For the Texans. Yeah.
How will the Texans handle that?
That noise.
Yeah.
That energy.
Sense of urgency.
Well, the crowd noise can be a real factor.
It can.
Especially in those crucial moments.
When the game's on the line.
It can disrupt communication.
I see.
Make it difficult for the offense to hear the play calls.
Oh, so it's a real tactical disadvantage.
It can be.
Interesting.
And create a sense of unease.
For the visiting team.
That's right.
So the Texans will need to stay focused.
Stay focused.
Rely on their nonverbal communication.
Right, and draw energy from each other.
To overcome the noise and the pressure.
It's a test.
It is a test of their mental fortitude.
It reveals the true character of a team.
It does. And speaking of character, let's talk about the leaders.
On these two teams,
leadership plays a vital role.
It does.
In any team's success.
In this matchup, we have two quarterbacks who are still establishing themselves as leaders.
Interesting.
How they command the huddle.
Right.
Inspire their teammates and make plays.
When it matters most.
That would be crucial.
The quarterback position.
Yeah.
It's so much more.
Than just throwing the ball.
Accurately.
It's about being the voice of the team.
The leader.
The steadying force.
The one who sets the tone.
Right.
Rallies the troops.
When things get tough.
And in this game, both quarterbacks will have the opportunity to demonstrate those leadership qualities.
On a national stage.
It's a fascinating dynamic to watch.
It is, and beyond the quarterbacks.
Yeah.
Both teams have veteran players who will be looked upon to provide leadership and
guidance. How they mentor the younger players.
Right, how they hold their teammates accountable.
And how they lead by example.
That will be just as important
as their performance on the field.
It's a reminder that football is a team sport.
It's not just about individual talent.
Success depends on a collective effort.
Right.
A shared sense of purpose.
That's key.
And a belief in one another.
Absolutely.
And as we wrap up this part of our deep dive,
let's touch on one final intangible element.
That could play a significant role in this game.
I'm intrigued.
Momentum.
Momentum.
That elusive force that can swing a game in an instant.
It's palpable.
It is.
And the confidence.
The feeling that everything is clicking.
Like the team is unstoppable.
You can feel it.
You can in the stadium.
In the huddle.
Yeah.
In the way the players move and interact.
And once a team grabs hold of that momentum,
it's hard to stop them.
It can be incredibly difficult
to wrestle it away.
And in this matchup, both teams
will be looking for those momentum shifting plays, those moments
that ignite the crowd,
that energize their teammates,
that inflate their opponent.
It could be a big defensive stop.
A
turnover, a special teams play.
Right.
Or even just a string of successful plays.
Right, that suddenly
it's a tide.
It's like a snowball rolling downhill.
It is.
Gathering speed and force as it goes.
And that's what makes the NFL so unpredictable.
And so exciting.
It is. The game can change in an instant.
Right.
Momentum can shift.
From one team to the other.
In the blink of an eye.
It's true.
It's a reminder.
That every play matters.
That every moment counts.
And the game isn't over.
Until that final whistle blows.
With that, we've explored the historical context,
the
key matchups,
the strategic nuances,
and even the intangible factors.
Right, all the things.
That could influence this game.
That might make a difference.
But before we wrap up our deep dives, there's one final question I want to pose.
I'm all ears.
This question gets to the heart of what makes this matchup so compelling.
I'm ready.
Which team's narrative?
Yeah.
Which team's story?
Yeah.
Will take a more significant turn?
On Sunday.
Will the Lions continue their ascent?
Towards playoff contention.
Solidifying their rebuild.
And proving they're a force to be reckoned with.
Or will the Texans make a statement defying expectations?
Showing the league that their rebuild is ahead of schedule.
That's the $1 million question, isn't it?
It is, and that's the beauty of the NFL.
Every game.
Yeah.
has the potential to be a turning point.
A chapter in a team's ongoing saga.
And as we prepare to witness this clash, this battle of wills,
this contest
between two teams striving to write their own destiny,
it's going to be epic.
I can't help but feel a sense of anticipation.
The excitement is building.
A thrill for what's to come.
I'm right there with you.
It's going to be a fascinating game to watch.
It is a testament to the competitive spirit, the strategic brilliance, and the sheer unpredictability.
That makes the NFL the most captivating sport
in the world.
As we've been talking about this matchup, I've been thinking about the fans.
The fans, right?
The Lions fans. You know, they've weathered those tough seasons.
Yeah. The
heartbreaking losses.
It's been rough.
And now they're starting to see that glimmer of hope.
A reason to believe.
A reason to believe.
They've been waiting for this.
Their loyalty
has
been tested.
Tested, for sure.
But they've never wavered in their sport.
Never. They bleed Honolulu blue and silver.
I love that.
And they're ready to roar again.
And then you have the Texans fans, relatively new to the NFL scene.
Right.
But their passion...
it's there.
Just as intense.
Just as intense.
They're eager
to carve out their own legacy.
To establish their team as a contender.
They're hungry for a winner.
And you can feel that energy.
In Houston.
Building.
Absolutely.
They believe in this team.
They do.
They're ready to make some noise.
On the national stage.
And that's what makes this game
so captivating.
So captivating.
It's not just about the players or the coaches.
It's about the cities.
Yeah.
The communities.
The generations of fans.
The fans that live and breathe football.
It's about the dreams.
The aspirin.
Shared sense of belonging.
That unites a fan base. And when those two worlds collide.
Yeah, on game day.
It creates an atmosphere.
Of pure, unadulterated passion.
You can feel it.
It's electric.
It's a reminder.
That sports have the power.
To transcend boundaries.
To connect us.
In ways we never thought possible.
It's true.
And as we wrap up this deep dive.
Okay.
I want to leave our listeners with one final thought.
I'm listening.
This game.
Yeah.
This clash.
Between the Lions and the Texans.
It's more than just a contest.
More than just a win or a loss.
It's a microcosm.
Of the NFL itself.
A reflection.
Of the ever-evolving narratives.
The shifting tides of fortune.
The constant pursuit of excellence.
That defines this league.
Well said.
It's about legacy.
Resilience.
The unwavering spirit of competition.
That drives these teams and these players.
To push beyond their limits.
It's inspiring.
And as we watch this story unfold.
On Sunday.
Let's remember that every snap.
Yeah.
Every play.
Every moment.
Has the potential to shape destinies.
The destinies of these two franchises.
So buckle up.
Enjoy the ride.
And savor the drama.
That only the NFL can deliver.
This has been The Deep Dive, folks.
We'll catch you next time.
For another deep dive into the world of sports.
Until then.
Keep exploring.
Keep learning.
And keep that passion for the game.
Burning bright for the gambly.
Today is your lucky day. Today is the day that our $3 website works for you, paying you directly to your PayPal daily. Imagine $3 ongoing continuous payments to your PayPal account. Imagine falling asleep and waking up to $300 in your PayPal account. How would this make you feel? How could this help you? What bills could you pay? What kind of fun could you have? What does that retirement look like now? All for a one-time payment of $3. This website is DFY done for you, fully built and completely hosted, and never stops collecting payments for you. You have spent $3 on coffee on a regular, but that coffee won't help you create multiple streams of income. Click the link below.